1, 2, 3.
Finally, the day has arrived. It all comes down to this. The moment of truth. How much is going to weigh? I'm Andrew St Pierre White. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and travelling to the remotest parts of the world. Where are we at now? 4,000. So that's the total weight, which is higher than I thought it was going to be, and higher than it has to be. That is 50 kilograms over GVM. It's a 3950 GVM. That's the rear and that's the front. Okay. Now the vehicle is full of water, full of fuel. It's max, all the camping gear is in. But onto that weight I have to add 2 people and our food.
That's okay, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's not. My GVM is 3.9
lorry.
for a beer truck.
It's fine. Is that with alcohol in the fridge or?
That is with full water, full fuel, no food. All my camping equipment, most of my camera equipment, sans 2 people. I have to get it with 2 people down to 3950.
3950.
Yes. I just weighed it.
Have a look at that, Joe.
Mm-hmm. And the GVM on this is?
3950.
3950.
Mm-hmm. Full. This has given me a lot to think about, and I'm going to make some preliminary efforts to reduce weight, and then on the trip I'll have some chance to think about how to sort this out. If I think about it, I have worked hard to make this vehicle more versatile. It's one thing that the Troopy lacks, because it is a van, and then you fit it with a kit that enables you to camp very comfortably. By fitting that kit, it takes it away from being a van and turns it into an overlander. And that is why it's so good, is because it's dedicated to overlanding. The only part about this vehicle that is dedicated to overlanding is the camper. Now the camper itself can carry 70 litres of water. The vehicle itself can carry 60 litres of water. I don't need to carry 130 litres of water, when would I need to carry 130 litres of water? Because I could empty the water out of the vehicle tank, just carry the 70 in the troop carrier, and therefore immediately save 70 kilograms, which would now take me below my max GVM. So when would I need to carry that much water? If I went onto a beach and wanted to stay there for a week, I might want to carry all my water. But would I want both my tank? Remember, I've measured the weight with it full, everything brimmed. The moment I drive out of here, the weight starts dropping because the vehicle starts using fuel on the first night's camp. We start using water and we start eating our food, etc., etc. So I've maxed it out. Another question is, do I need both my batteries? I've got 2 by 150 amp batteries. When do I actually need 300 amps of battery in my storage? Well then, yes, again, maybe I'm at the beach. Hang on a minute. If I'm at the beach, I've got a solar panel on the roof. I've got do I need that 100? No. I could quite easily remove one of the 150 amp batteries with very few consequences that I couldn't handle. So, take less water, carry less fuel. 110 kilograms I can lose from the weight of this vehicle at a stroke. Don't fill the intermediate tank. Now in the troop carrier, I would only fill the back tank. I would leave the front tank, I would only fill the front tank and actually leave the back tank empty all of the time. Why would I need that extra weight at the back? When I was on a difficult long stretch when I knew that I needed extra fuel reserves, yeah, fill it up. And for a very short period of time, I would be at or maybe slightly over GVM. That was with the troop carrier, which I trimmed down, if you remember, if you saw those videos, by reducing the weight of the wheels, by a smaller tyre and a lighter rim, which I'm not going to do with this. Because of the extra weight, I want the larger tyre. I'm going to leave that as it is. Let's look now clearly at some weight numbers. If we have 4,000 kilograms, we can easily save 110 litres diesel and 60 litres of water. But now I add about 28 kilograms for the ensuite shower and the quick pitch awning. I must now add 80 plus 80 for the two of us, about 30 kilograms for food, and I get to 4048. Maximum GVM is 3950, so we are 98 kilograms overweight. I've got to get this weight off somehow. Lose the second spare wheel, 42 kilograms. I could even lose one of the two batteries. Don't really need it for the kind of traveling that I do. That's 19. That leaves me 37 kilograms overweight. It's not a lot, but we are overweight, and it just shows how fast weight mounts up. Righty-ho, the guys from Terrain Tamer sent me this. It's a gasket for my air filter. Now, those of you running 79 Land Cruisers will know that the standard Toyota airbox is not that good, and it can, with a lot of flexing, rattling, corrugations, dusty roads, actually let a little bit of air in. This stainless steel gasket is designed to stop that. They tell me it works very well, that they've tested it, and they've just released it onto the market. And they've sent me one. They said, well, if you do this, I need to glue that in there. And as you can see, if I hold up the air filter element, it sits there like that on the element, and it is supposed to stop the ingress of dust particles where you don't want them. On Gwyn and my trip, one thing I did discover, because for the first time I could drive with a full load, I did not like the ride. It was too hard, too uncompliant, didn't like it. Because I know the reputation of the Terrain Tamer leaf springs, that they're very compliant, these don't feel like they're very compliant. So I have to assume my choice of shock absorber, I had two choice of standard Terrain Tamer shock. They're non-adjustable, and I chose the firmer one because I know that I'm carrying a heavier load, and I'm thinking right now perhaps that was not the best choice. So they have sent me a set of their new Pro Shocks. When I was doing the GVM upgrade and chassis extension on this vehicle, those Pro Shocks were not available, but they are now. But they're not approved yet for the GVM upgrade and chassis extension. But I am helping them with their research and development, so I will be fitting it to my vehicle. And the beauty of an adjustable shock is that it's like buying a t-shirt. When you order a t-shirt, merch over the internet, you're large, you select large. Well, it's gonna be okay, you know large is okay, but imagine going to a tailor for your t-shirt. The tailor's gonna get it absolutely right. Well, that's the thing with adjustable shock absorbers, and that is why I enjoyed the BP51 so much, is because I could adjust them and get them just right, and I'm going to be able to do the same. So I'm going to put the Pro Shocks in this vehicle and head off and adjust them as I go to get them just right. I have a little bit of a flashback here. I'm replacing my Range Rover's shocks. I was a big fan of Bill Stein. Big fan, had them in my Range Rover and my Land Rover 110. And it was the first thing I did to them, just change the shocks. There is no way to spend your money better in upgrading your vehicle to upgrade your shocks. So I've set the rear at 5 compression and the front at 4. The lower the number, the softer the ride. And I'm guessing. We'll see how we go. But the great thing is that I can adjust it and get it just right in the first 2 or 3 days of the trip. And now there's just one more thing to do. Back now to do the final touches to the artwork. Join us next time as Gwyn and I take the Aussie Dream Tourer on its first trip. We're heading to the Pilbara in the northwestern part of Australia. Thanks for watching.